Peace, the supreme understanding is my message to the conscious, right? Um, if you clicked on this, or if this really excited you or interested you based on the title, then, then yeah, you probably who I'm talking to. And there's a good chance that, you know, you might be somebody that just got into the whole idea of being conscious and you got a little bit of spark of knowledge and, you know, excited and you kind of gravitating towards anything that seems like knowledge and, more power to you. This ain't really for you. So, sit back, you can soak it up. You could, you may not be able to digest all of it because it's not going to really apply to you. You're not going to really understand all of this unless you really been claiming conscious or awareness or knowledge of self or any one of those things for at least like 5 years. Right? Now, for those of you that have, I say even 3 years and up, for those of you that have been claiming those type of designations and knowledge has been your thing and all that, this is for you. This is really for you. See, over the years, I put out How to Hustle and Win in '08, and over the years, I've attracted people that gravitate towards knowledge, but in the course of doing so, I've opened the eyes of a lot of people who really weren't in the knowledge, and I've also attracted a lot of people who were already in the knowledge, and therefore they came across my stuff, and they want they kind of want me to cater to their interests, right? But here's my thing: I don't do that. Like, I've had knowledge of self since I was 15, which means I've had it for, I'm 31 now. I've had it for 16 years. So I've had knowledge of self for longer than I didn't have it. So at this point, I'm like pretty comfortable with what I know. I know one thing is that I don't know nothing. Like, there's so much more to know out there. I'm very comfortable with that. And so I keep studying, but I'm comfortable with my foundation, and I'm comfortable with my understandings, and I'm comfortable with at least with my progress, right? And the direction that I'm going, because I know that what I do serves a community, it serves a need, and it fulfills a purpose, right? So I found my calling, and I love it. I love being able to do what I could do for the people. But there's some people that I don't speak to them. Like, I don't speak, like, I cuss throughout my books. I talk about sex. I talk about bullshit. I talk about, dope. I talk about gangster shit. Like, um, this is who I was speaking to when I first wrote my books. This is the knowledge that I had when I started writing my books. These are the experience. Like, my first book is full of my experiences. Like, those books are full of my stories and stories of people that were around me. So, you know, I never really kicked it around people that meditated like daily. Like, that just never was my circle. And I'm cool with doing that. You know what I mean? Like, I went to Thailand and went to the Buddhist temple and all that. But that's not necessarily the thing that I do. Like, that's just not me. Am I saying meditation is wrong? Nah. I'm just not that dude that puts crystals in his house. It's just not me. Um, I'm I go to the club. Like, I do that. Like, maybe not as often. I definitely don't do what I used to do when I was younger. But you know what I mean? Like, I have a drink every now and then. Like, I don't drink as hard as I used to. But like, I live a pretty moderate lifestyle. Meanwhile, though, I'm giving to the community. See, this is the distinguishing point, right? This is the line that has to be drawn in the sand. Because with all these things that we do, we have to measure cause and effect. We have to measure the consequences or the results of our actions. So if you chanting every day, or you meditating for world peace every day, or you holding hands with your sacred circle and all that other shit, what are you really doing out here in the world? See, let me tell you something. A lot of this consciousness shit has really fouled the name of what it means to be aware, conscious, eyes open, active, revolutionary, whatever words you want to use. A lot of them names have been sullied, you know what I mean, dragged through the mud by people who are using them as a shield for their dirty religion. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean people who either A, are doing nothing, they sitting behind a computer screen, they reporting to their regular ass 9 to 5 saying yes sir boss to their white ass boss, and then when they get into their little internet world, or when they get around their sacred circle or their community or their council or whatever the fuck they got, then they Superman and shit, or Superwoman, right? Then they fucking a damn reincarnated ancestor and all that other shit, right? So it's like a fantasy land. This shit is like it's like them What's them little things where the people be like role playing like they like the Knights of the Round Table and all that, and they be beating each other up with them foam swords and shit like that. That's what this shit is like. That's what this shit is like. Like you really reenacting some historical shit, and you not doing nothing with the present. I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of that. I'd rather be around a swan-eating Christian that give his time at the Boys and Girls Club every day than a motherfucker that got all the knowledge in the world and ain't never served not one youth with one bit of knowledge. Every time you looking at the youth, you talking bad about them. I'm not a fan of that. You know, I'd rather you work in a battered women's shelter and you believe whatever you want to believe than if you got all these metaphysical views on a woman, but you ain't never treated a woman right, or you ain't never helped a woman out of a tragedy. You know, that's just for the birds to me. But there's a worse side to it. And I said there was A, and now there's B. There's a people that is really dirtier than everybody else, but they hide it with the mask of knowledge. See, because pimping is pimping is pimping. Like, if you was a pimp in the 85 world or in the non-conscious world, then unless you have really been thoroughly transformed from the core, and many people won't understand that, but what that means is all them illnesses and all that little negative thinking, all that little Willie Lynch shit that was in your core that the devil done planted seeds in deep within you, man, you gotta go deep to reverse all that. You gotta go deep. You can't do no surface level thing where you just change your name and change your hair, change your clothes, change your diet, and that's it. All that is surface level. It plays a role. It plays a role, but it ain't the main thing. The main thing is your psychology or your pathology in some cases, because some motherfuckers is pathological, and I don't know what to change them. You know, some people got personality disorders, and they gonna be on one no matter what culture they in. You know, this dude was a narcissist in the church. He a narcissist over here. He a narcissist in the Moore Science Temple. He a narcissist wherever he go. You know, this person is a damn whoremonger wherever he go. He was a whoremonger in the mosque, but the Muslims wasn't going for that shit. They whooped his ass. Now he want to be one of the gods. You know what I mean? Nah, homie. This is a new day and time. That shit, at least not around me. At least not around me. So, you know, be mindful of that. When you come around people that's claiming to profess knowledge, man, look at their track record. Look at what they did. Somebody tell you a 5%er, tell you they had 120 for all this amount of time. Ask them how many people they done taught. Ain't no reason somebody should be a 5%er and they done had 120 for 5 years or more. They ain't taught no damn body. It's a part of our culture. You gotta teach at least 9 people. So what the fuck are they talking about? If you a lame and nobody want to listen to you, well, be that. But don't try to act like you big bad and shit when you get around motherfuckers that listen to what you gotta say. Or you on the internet, where you think people listen to what you gotta say. And let's not get it confused. I don't think I'm no celebrity and shit because I'm on the internet like some people do. Like, I really find the most joy and take the most praise in what I do in the real world. I get the most excited when I'm able to accomplish something in the real world with real people that are suffering and like people that really need the help. So, you know, let's not really let that internet thing get us twisted. But getting back to these snakes, to these to these wolves in sheep's clothing, man, watch out for them. Watch out for them. Watch out for the person that's always talking about financial empowerment and they ain't got no damn money. Watch out for that person that's talking about sovereignty and having all this damn power and getting back at the government and all that, and they can't fight their way out of a traffic ticket and shit. You know what I mean? Motherfucker sitting in jail half his goddamn life and he talking about he gonna take over the government. Fuck out of here. You know what I mean? So, when you talk to people, I don't give a fuck what culture they claim. I don't give a fuck what ideology they got. I don't give a fuck what knowledge they got. Ask them what they do. Ask them what it has done for them. Ask them what they're using it for. Person tell you they got all this damn metaphysical power. Man, tell them to show you. If a motherfucker can't show you, they ain't no better than the charlatans that do that shit with any other religion. What, we gonna talk shit about the Christian preachers, but when a motherfucker wanna talk African metaphysical shit, now he get to pass? All he had to do was change the name. He probably didn't even study no shit. But we gonna believe in paying $29.95 for a motherfucking oil, a damn oil bottle and shit. Fuck out of here. I ain't angry either. I ain't angry. I'm just being real, man, because a lot of people is getting taken advantage of, man. And I'm talking about the first group I was talking about, man, that young group, that just got in knowledge. And they ain't all young, man. It's older people now, man. A lot of people's waking up, man. That's what makes me so mad, because there's a lot of people right now that want this knowledge. Man, people is not sleeping like they was. Like, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it on a regular basis. You got people trying to get knowledge all over the planet right now. I'm getting hit up from Japan, from Mexico. I'm getting hit up in languages that I don't even understand. I'm going to Google Translate trying to figure out what the fuck they talking about. Because somehow they didn't watch my video and figured out what I was talking about. Or they done read a book or something, man. Read some excerpts, been to the website, or they done found out about the 5% or something, man. It's a beautiful thing. So people is waking up, but what's keeping me mad, and I ain't really that mad, but what's frustrating me about the situation is that there's a 10% in every situation. There's always a group of fucking wolves ready to take advantage of the fact that people is open to something now, because they see an open mind and then they see an open wallet, or they see somebody they could take advantage of. They see sisters wanting to learn about themselves, and now they like, okay, this is a free pussy parade for me. And that bothers me because how the hell we gonna have a revolution? How the hell we gonna have any type of social change? And you got all these damn wolves that we ain't running from amongst us, man. So I call on y'all, man. Y'all that's true and living. Y'all that's really about this. Y'all that really are about the things that I'm talking about, and I'm talking about the real shit. You need to run them wolves from among you too. You need to cancel all that shit, man. Do what you got to do to make sure them motherfuckers is not taking advantage of people that are sincere, that really want to wake up, that really want to do something. All my students right now, we on this community service thing. We gonna be feeding the homeless. We gonna be doing things for the youth. That's what I teach because I teach about service. I was taught a long time ago that God is not served by the people. He is a servant to the people. And I live with that. And we all should. Pass it on. Peace.